Hello my cine chums and welcome to week 45 of the 2023 Weekly Movie Challenge, where every week we issue you a challenge, and that's to watch a movie that meets certain criteria, preferably a new movie to yourself. I mean, you could watch Bridesmaids for the 100th time, but I know you won't because...
This is such a stone cold pack of weirdos and I'm so proud.
Last week's challenge was dealer's choice. Watch any movie you wanted, as long as you gave us a good enough reason as to why you watched it. And after seeing what you all watched, well, as that previous clip said, I'm very proud. For the second week in a row, Five Nights at Freddy's was one of the most watched movies of the week, taking top spot from last week's Saw X, mainly due to you trying to squeeze in one last horror movie before Halloween. Awards for multiple watches this week. First of all, there's Nightwolf and him, who watched 6 Brad Pitt movies. Reason being, they're working through Brad Pitt's filmography. 6 movies in a week, that's fantastic, well done. They watched Tree of Life, Moneyball, Killing Them Softly, 12 Years a Slave, The Counselor, and Fury. And then registering 3 watches apiece were Baba Forrest, who watched Captain Marvel, Hunger Games, and Hunger Games Catching Fire, because all 3 movies have got a sequel coming out. There was Saber Rose Tiger, who watched Fright Night, Halloween at Five Nights at Freddy's, for Halloween horror movies. And then finally, Overlord of G4, who watched No Hard Feelings, Porky's, and Austin Powers, because they felt like they needed a good laugh. Also hitting multiple watches were Ryan Andrews and Chapman's Friend. Me, I watched 7 Samurai. My reasoning? It was the last movie on my 100 movie bucket list poster. Like a lot of the movies on the poster, it was a rewatch for me. However, when Pirate DJ got me the poster, I decided I was going to watch every single movie on the poster, regardless of whether I'd seen it before or not. This was left to last, mainly due to its running time and subtitles. I've got no problems with a long movie. I've got no problems with a subtitled movie. However, you've got to be in the right frame of mind to watch a long subtitled movie, I find. Especially in between planning these challenges and recording these videos. So got there in the end. Absolutely fantastic film. Highly recommended. A little slow at the beginning, but it is a timeless classic. So let's get that scratched off now. It's taken a long time, but we got there in the end. Some of the excuses we liked for movies you watched this week. There was Ryan Andrews, who watched Avatar: Way of the Water. His excuse being that he wouldn't normally get time for a 3-hour movie. However, he was on a 9-hour transatlantic flight. Length Flam found themselves watching Renfield, because the last 2 years, around their birthday, they watched Ben Schwartz movies. So, continued that tradition. Y2 Craig took a couple of 4-star rated movies on Letterboxd from his watch list and asked his Twitter followers which one he should watch. The result, Casino. Will was lucky enough to watch Poor Things at the Leeds Film Festival. And finally, Jonathan watched Ace in the Hole, which he borrowed from the library and it was due back. So after watching it, he promptly told us,
"I have to return some videotapes."
This week's challenge comes from a suggestion by Stu Bram on Blue Sky, and that's to watch a movie that passes the Bechdel Test. To pass the Bechdel Test, a movie has to have 2 women in it who talk to each other about anything besides men. And the hardest part of this challenge is probably finding something on your watch list that meets the Bechdel Test. So in the description, I'm going to link to BechdelTest.com, which has a list of movies by year, as well as a search, so you could go and compare your watch list against what they say. It might take a couple of attempts, but looking at the stats on their website, roughly 60% of movies pass the test, so that's let's say half your watch list. I'll also link to a couple of articles in the description, because sometimes just browsing a list is quicker than searching. No suggestions or recommendations from me, I'm afraid, this week. I haven't even begun to look at my watch list to decide what we're watching. But once you've decided and you've watched it, let us know in the comments. Or if you've got some of your favourites, let us know in the comments, just in case someone is looking for something to watch. And on that note, thanks for watching. Good luck with the challenge. We'll see you next week.